Please have to make a movie.
Please come again.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that my mom complains me that I am busy all the time and don't find enough time for the family. But you, on the other hand, run a business, an NGO, you write, sing, and even act. And I was saying to Mr. Jaideep that please consider him for the movie as a lead actor. So, how do you manage all these physics of life together? You're also family man. I can see that.
Yeah, my wife Priya, who is one of the inspirations for all that I do, is here. So, big thank you, Priya. See, for being a multitasker, there are so many things which you need to do, and you can read more about that on my blog, sumitmatras.com. But the most important thing, I think, for any multitasker who has to manage multiple responsibilities or also pursue his passions, is that you have to make the best use of every minute that you are awake. So, for instance, I have to sleep 7 hours to keep my body comfortable. So, rest of the 17 hours I have to divide very wisely between what I have to do. And there is nothing.
If you wish to make a movie like The Four Patriots, what will it be based on?
What drew me towards the novel is it seems to be socially relevant, and my bent of mind. Hello. And my bent of mind has always been towards socially relevant cinema. Which is why, in terms of personal favorites, I feel Rang De Basanti is what I would say is a timeless classic, and the recently released Pink. Because cinema is a great tool to address topical and socially relevant issues. And the audience has time and again proved it, that this is the kind of cinema that awakens us. The fact that Rang De Basanti's Candle March sequence was responsible in a high-profile murder case finding its closure shows the impact that cinema has in society. And I have always believed a true patriot, a Deshbhakt, is someone who will never ask, is Desh ne mere liye kya kiya hai? He will always ask, maine mere Desh ke liye kya kiya hai? You have to take initiative, you have to take responsibility. Don't sit on the fence and question people who have taken initiative to run this country. I have the utmost respect for politicians. They are doing a lot to make sure that this country is a safe and better place to live in. And somewhere when I read the essence of Four Patriots, I felt it dealt with four such characters who were ready to stick their necks out, put their right foot forward, and contribute to the country. And if we have to do memorable cinema, if we have to do cinema that will outlive us, it has to have social resonance, which is what I'm very sure the Four Patriots has. In fact, when Vivekji mentioned about the cover, I must tell you, the copy that Sumitji has sent me is a slightly earlier copy. In fact, the cover of that, according to me, is far more aesthetic. It has four people with their backs to the camera looking towards the Red Fort. That somewhere struck a chord in me. That let us get together and contribute towards making India a better place to live in, because Sare Jahan se acha Hindustan.
While adding schemes like social security schemes, and you have lived in US, so you know very much, know it better, the social security schemes in US, and all the developed nations are doing the same. So, what do you feel removing the 70-year-old reservation system that we have and that is just growing day by day?
See, I'm very vocally against caste-based reservation. I think it's very unfortunate, something which was initiated for a very short period of time, for 10-15 years, has been stretched to 70 years, and I don't see it ending in near future. Now this happens, that's the curse of electoral politics. Whenever you have a competitive politics, people have to win. The minute you have win and lose concept, then some people are going to exploit vote banks, and that's why caste-based reservation is there. But I think it's high time we need to change the system, and we need to change it to instead of OBC, we need a FBC, which is financially backward class. But here I want to say something, taking what he was talking about politicians. Unfortunately, we blame politicians for everything. Where is this caste-based reservation coming from? Who wants it? It's the people of this country. It's people, right? Now, Jain community also wants it. Patels also want it. Everybody wants it. I think in the end, there will be only Brahmins and Kayaks who will be left behind, and everybody else will have reservations, you know. It's people want it because the problem is when the system is not foolproof. When system is not foolproof, then there are loopholes which people want to exploit to their advantage. And आप उसको सिर्फ कास्ट बेस्ड सिस्टम की तरह से मत देखिए, उसके आपको डिसएडवांटेजेस क्या है ये भी बताता हूँ कास्ट बेस्ड सिस्टम. What happens is then you end up choosing caste based leaders. You start appointing caste based people. I'm not saying lower caste and upper caste, but then you start doing that, and it translates into religions, into caste, then identity groups and interest groups, you know. Now the situation becomes such that you have incompetence at all the levels, almost everywhere. Today India's biggest problem is it's not caste, it's not anything, it's nothing. India's biggest problem is incompetence. That we have incompetence at almost every level. Any field, any industry, any walk of life you see is full of incompetence. आप ये देखिए, एक घर में भी देखिए, छोटे से हाउसहोल्ड में भी देखिए, चाहे वो मेरठ हो, चाहे कानपुर हो, चाहे मुंबई हो, you will find a housewife is always arguing with the maid servant, isn't it? Yes. As a master, you are always not liking the way your driver drives. You have some problem. You never like the auto driver. Is there anybody who says, "Oh, I've found a great auto driver or a great taxi driver"? You are always upset when you are flying. You are upset with the ground staff. You will never ever find anybody in India who says, "I went to such and such a hospital and I have come back really happy." People have some complaints. Parents don't like the schools that kids go into. Everybody is complaining. There is no walk of life left in this country where people don't have complaints. This happens because of incompetence.
So you think they are really incompetent, or it's a state of mind that we consider them incompetent?
Whatever the reason, state of mind or physically.
I think this is the effect, this is not the cause. The cause is that somebody somewhere, these politicians, which I am talking about, the wild politicians,